In the wild world of bears, unexpected encounters can quickly shift from awe-inspiring to heart-stopping. Today, we'll look at some scary moments where peaceful observations have transformed into nerve-wracking close calls, and these bear encounters, caught vividly on camera, will have you gripping the edge of your seat. Join us as we have a look at 20 of the scariest bear encounters caught on camera. Number 1. Bear spray to the rescue. In the wild, taking pictures can get crazy. Just ask Curtis Matwishin, a brave photographer from Saskatchewan. He once had a run-in with a bear, and it was not part of any movie. It was real, and it was scary. Curtis would be taking pictures of a bear when things took a turn. Instead of being a model, that bear decided to play chase with Curtis. He didn't have a superhero cape, but he did have something better, a can of bear spray. When shouting and waving didn't work, he unleashed the spray. It's like magic, but for bears.
Hey.
The bear got the message and hightailed it out of there, leaving Curtis safe and sound. The video of his heart-pounding moment blew up on YouTube with over 12,500 views. People in the comments would give him a virtual high five for staying cool under pressure. Number 2. Bears go shopping. What happens when black bears detour from the woods and begin hitting up stores? The people in Kings Beach, California would know a thing or two. It's like these bears are on a shopping spree, and thankfully security cameras caught the whole thing. Word on the street is that the bears had been dropping by the stores for like 3 weeks. The employees were getting used to the unexpected guests. Imagine going to work and finding yourself face-to-face with a bear while trying to stock the shelves. That's outside the job description for sure. In the footage, you see a bear relaxing on the floor of the grocery aisle, munching on candy and crackers, treating the store as though it's snack food heaven. Can you blame it for wanting a tasty bear necessity? Well, I wouldn't want to run into a bear during a shopping trip. Watching those furry shoppers do their thing on the screen is quite the sight. Who knew that bears had quite the sweet tooth? Number 3. Bear Spa Day. In a twist of fate, Todd Trebany's cabin porch in Gatlinburg, Tennessee turned into an unexpected rendezvous place for an unusual duo, Todd and a bear. This would not be your typical coffee date. It was a bear seeking some serious R&R. Fresh out of hibernation, the furry visitor had one thing on its agenda, a relaxing soak in the steaming jacuzzi on the cabin's porch. And all Todd could do was watch the whole thing on camera. In the video, the black bear appears to be living its best life, lounging in the hot tub as if it were the owner of a fancy spa, and Todd, playing it safe from inside, shared the footage on Facebook. The internet just couldn't get enough. This isn't the first time Gatlinburg has seen bears embracing the good life. In 2019, another bear would be caught on camera taking a dip in a jacuzzi, proving these bears have a knack for finding the best chill spots. Known for their hearty appetites, the bears of the Great Smokies also seem to have a playful side. After all, who can resist the allure of a hot tub? Number 4. Backyard Pool Party. In an attempt to beat the heat, it seems that bears can sometimes decide to swap rivers for backyard pools. This is the only explanation for why the Basso residence became the ultimate summer hotspot for a family of bears looking to cool off in style. The video captures the bear cubs having a blast, testing out poolside, and giving the swing set a whirl, and of course, claiming a pool toy as their own. Much to the dismay of Basso's daughter, her father jokingly wonders if the bears are turning the pool into a pincushion with their claws.
Mommy's eating my car!
He walked away. It's okay, Sarah.
Amidst the splashy fun, things take a tense turn when the mother shows up to tinker with the pool's pump connected to an electrical supply. The moment was scary, but fortunately, the pool drains before serious trouble brews, and the bears saunter away unfazed. These bears know how to splash during those hot and sticky days, turning an ordinary backyard into the ultimate bear pool party. Number 5. Bear Crossing. This is a charming tale of motherhood in the wild where a mother bear in Connecticut had faced an ultimate parenting challenge, crossing a busy street with her 4 lively cubs in tow. A Winsted woman captured the adorable yet challenging journey in a heartwarming video. The video unfolds with the mama bear orchestrating the crossing, attempting to corral her curious and playful cubs. One cub dashes back and forth, another decides to climb something, and one just sits there, adding a touch of chaos to the adventure. It's a wild bear version of a family outing where keeping track of the little ones is no small feat. Like any parent, the mother bear faces the antics of her cubs, and despite having the advantage of being able to pick them up by the scruff of their necks, the boisterous cubs prove to be quite the challenge. After some struggle, the mother successfully guides her cubs across the road, showcasing the universal maternal instinct to protect and care for her young. Number 6. Hungry bear comes to snack. Have you ever had an uninvited guest help themselves to your snacks? For one unsuspecting couple, the intruder was not a neighbor or a raccoon. It was a full-grown bear on a midnight feast. In the scary encounter, Bill, armed with only a chair, had faced off with the bear while his wife grabbed the camera. The video reveals the bear's culinary exploits as it casually pillaged the pantry for marshmallows, chips, and more. But little did they know this kitchen escapade was only the beginning. The daring bear had made a triumphant return the next day, tearing through a screen in its attempt to relive the feast, and it turns out this wasn't Bill's first bear rodeo. A previous garage fridge invasion had already put him on alert. Christine Vanny, the priest's wife and witness to the wild kitchen caper, had taken to social media to share the footage, offering a word of caution about this not-so-shy bear. The couple called in the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, taking matters into their own hands, and promptly delivered a bear trap with a plan to sedate and tag the bear to prevent future culinary escapades. This bear's sweet tooth may stand out, but its audacious antics were becoming all too common in Connecticut, where bear sightings were rising. With estimates that ranged from 500 to 1,000 bears in the state, unexpected kitchen encounters seem to be unsettling for homeowners. Number 7. Bear waking up a sleeping man. Have you ever had your lazy Sunday rudely interrupted? Matthew Beatty sure has, and not by an alarm clock, but by an unexpected and furry guest. Imagine a peaceful afternoon by the pool soaking up the sun, when out of nowhere a black bear strolls in through an open gate and turns your relaxation into a wild encounter. The curious bear was not only there for a casual stroll, it had a thirst to quench, and where better to do it than in Beatty's pool. The bear casually approaches and takes a leisurely sip, and that's when it noticed Beatty catching some Z's in his chair. His nap would take an unexpected turn as the bear brought him back to the waking world with a cautious sniff and a gentle tap. Startled and probably wondering if he was still dreaming, Beatty watched as the bear made a hasty retreat into the woods. Who could have predicted that a lazy Sunday by the pool would be a bear-induced adventure? Certainly not Beatty. While he might not have planned for a bear guest, he's got a story to share for years to come, a tale of a snooze interrupted by an unexpected furry friend. Number 8. Bear chases man up a tree. When you think of a walk in the wild, encountering a bear may cross your mind, but what happens when that bear decides you're the one it's after? Well, one unsuspecting man found himself in that spine-chilling situation, chased up a tree by an angry bear. And if that weren't enough, the bizarre encounter would be caught on camera, adding a layer of surrealism to the wild drama. The man, now perched atop the tree, was panicking and shouting, desperately seeking an escape route while the bear, undeterred, clawed its way up the trunk, inching closer to its prey. It's the kind of scene that would leave you on the edge of your seat, wondering if the man will outsmart the bear's pursuit, or he's destined to become the latest chapter in the fierce predator's tale. The real-life man versus the wild showdown raises questions about the unpredictability of nature and the thin line between observer and observed. As the suspense builds, you can't help but be drawn by the primal struggle, pondering the age-old question, who holds the upper paw in the untamed wilderness? Number 9. Hunter versus Mother Bear. When it comes to the wild, a hunter should always be prepared for the unexpected. But what happens when a mother bear and her cubs decide to charge right into the hunter's path? In this video, a Russian hunter faced the ultimate test of nerves when he found himself face-to-face with a determined mother bear. The heart-stopping encounter took place in the Russian wilderness, turning an ordinary hunting trip into a high-stakes encounter with one of nature's most formidable creatures. As the hunter ventured through the dense forest, the tranquility would be shattered by a sudden movement, and what he saw would send shivers down anyone's spine. A mother bear, accompanied not by one or two, but by 3 cubs, barreling towards him with undeniable intent. Armed with only its instincts, the hunter chose not to resort to his weapon, but instead stood his ground, capturing the entire adrenaline-pumping incident on his body camera. Number 10. Grizzly bears versus fearless farm dog. A twist of fate doesn't get better than when a grizzly bear decides to spice up its snack time by crashing Elk House Farm, and the farm owners were shocked as they witnessed the massive bear chomping down on some fruits that it had skillfully knocked from a tree. Even the farm's canine guards attempted to play enforcer and scare off the guest, but the bear was undeterred and clung to its newfound feast. Can you really blame it? With the chilly weather closing in, it's a bulking season, and what better way to prepare than indulging in some of nature's candy? As the colder months approach, bears tend to get more bold in their quest for food. Who would have thought that they would take it to the next level by casually strolling onto a farm and treating it like an all-you-can-eat buffet? While trespassing is a no-go, you can't help but tip your hat to the bear's determination to satisfy its cravings. After all, as the old saying goes, when life hands you lemons, knock down a tree and grab the fruit. Fortunately, the farm's owners had captured the bear's gourmet escapades on film. One could only imagine the bear's reaction when it realized it was the star of a culinary documentary. Number 11. Jungle Gym for a curious black bear. Bears are known for their playful antics and can be a source of endless entertainment, but caution is vital when encountering them up close. In a captivating video straight from the wilderness of Canada, we witness the daring escapades of a curious black bear as it decides to conquer a tree stand occupied by a woman. As the bear boldly ascends the ladder, the woman realizes the unexpected visitor and attempts to discourage him with a few stern words and a wagging finger.
Do you see this? This is a finger that's telling you to get down.
However, the determined bear is on a mission to examine the peculiar structure. He reaches the top and hangs from the ladder with its powerful jaws, inadvertently entangled in the rungs. Despite the inherent fear of being in such close proximity with a wild animal, the woman cannot help but burst into giggles as the bear playfully twists and turns on the ladder. It's like watching a toddler navigate a playground with the added thrill of sharp claws and teeth. Number 12. Mountaineer attacked by a bear. Venturing into the untamed wilderness is an experience like no other, but for one daring mountaineer in Japan, it turned into a dangerous encounter with nature's apex predator. This incident takes place on the slopes of Mount Futago, and the entire spine-chilling episode would be captured on the climber's GoPro. The initial moments of the video depict a peaceful descent, with the climber enjoying the breathtaking views, when suddenly everything changes as the black bear charges at him from behind, bathed in the brilliant sunlight, and the climber, caught off guard, reacts with sheer panic, desperately attempting to fend off the bear's snapping jaws. As the bear lunges past the climber and circles back for another charge, the climber then fights back with everything he has. A flurry of clenched fists and screams ensue, but the relentless bear persists, and in a stroke of intuitive brilliance, the climber delivers a powerful kick to the bear's head, forcing it to retreat momentarily. Undeterred, the climber, displaying remarkable resilience, ascends to the summit for a much-needed breather. Fortunately, when he decides to come back down, there was no attack again. Number 13. Mountain biker gets chased by a bear. Two friends were enjoying a nice bike ride in the beautiful woods of Slovakia when suddenly everything changed. They were still recording, riding down the trail, when out of nowhere, a bear shows up and begins chasing them. The video is now famous on YouTube and shows the scary encounter when the bear leaves the path to go after the biker. Luckily, the biker thinks fast, and the loud shouting scared the bear away. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, showing you how wild and surprising that nature can be. The bear quickly returns to the woods, and the bikers can catch their breath after a crazy adventure. Number 14. Grizzly bear chills with a brave guide. In this stunning McNeil River State Game Refuge footage, a gigantic grizzly bear casually strolls up to the viewing area and sits down right next to the guide. The bear seems to be enjoying the breathtaking scenery, and the guide, Drew Hamilton, stays surprisingly calm and collected. Imagine they're just an arm's length between them, and that's what I call a seriously nerve-wracking moment. This once-in-a-lifetime experience captured the essence of bears as peaceful and majestic creatures, proving that they can share a space without causing chaos in the neighborhood. Who wouldn't want to be up close starting a chill session with a massive grizzly bear. Number 15. Bear ruins Christmas. The Ashby family annually put up an impressive Christmas display and were shocked when a furry Grinch, by the way of a grizzly bear, had wreaked havoc upon their festive setup. The Ashbys were heartbroken after discovering the bear's destructive handiwork. Melissa Ashby had invested in the unique decorations years ago as a nod to her military career, but unfortunately the bear was not so impressed by the tribute and decided to take a bite out of the inflatable propellers. In the video, the bear turns around, launching an attack on the front of the display, dragging and puncturing it before making an exit. According to the Ashby family, this Grinch of a bear may be the culprit behind other attacks on decorations and trash cans in the neighborhood over the past few weeks. Fairfax County and Virginia wildlife officials had to warn residents to stay vigilant and avoid leaving out any birdseed or uncovered trash cans which could attract the bears. Despite the Christmas catastrophe, the family fixed their beloved decoration and turned this wild encounter into a holiday story they'll share for years. Number 16. Dog harassing grizzly bear. Two intrepid Russian hikers found themselves in the Siberian forest face to face with a massive grizzly bear, but their four-legged companion, seemingly unaware of the "don't bark at bears" rule, had decided to take on the massive predator. The hikers were desperately trying to call their courageous dog back and could only watch as he fearlessly barked at the towering bear. The grizzly, issuing a bluff charge as a warning, clearly was not thrilled by the dog's audacity, and as the tense scene unfolds, the hikers, anxiously capturing the moment on camera, had witnessed their pup pull off a daring move. Unfortunately, the video cuts off before revealing the dog's fate, leaving everyone to wonder. Grizzly bears are known for their incredible speed and agility, and this one could have easily caught that dog if it had chosen to. The fact that it didn't would suggest the bear had a different agenda. Number 17. Cyclists survive close encounter with grizzly bear. It was supposed to be another scenic birthday celebration on Going to the Sun Road in Majestic Glacier National Park, but still, it became a scary adventure for Maureen Gerber and her companions. A surprise guest would crash the ride, none other than a grizzly bear. As the cyclists included children, pedaled along the windy Rocky Mountain Road, they were met with a grizzly bear approaching. There was no escape route, and the riders, mixed with seasoned cyclists and kids, had rallied on an expanded hard shoulder, forming a human barricade with their bikes to shield themselves. Amidst the encounter, they made noise to ward off the bear, a strategy that did seem to work. And despite the fear, Maureen's husband remarkably managed to capture the entire thing on video. The footage showcases the grizzly bear casually strolling along the road, seemingly indifferent to the cyclists that were mere feet away. The encounter would leave everyone shaken, and rightly so. Grizzly bears, renowned for their aggressiveness, could have posed a severe threat if provoked. Number 18. Black bear hunts mountain biker speeding downhill. In this video, an unnamed mountain biker zips down a dirt trail in Montana, only to discover he's got some unexpected company. A black bear is hot on his trail. It becomes a race against the clock and claws. Captured in the clip, it unfolds that the bear is charging downhill, closing the gap between itself and the rider. And while some Facebook users would speculate about the bear being spooked earlier in the ride, the footage would tell a different story. The bear is in full pursuit, and it isn't the biker's first encounter with a bear. He's had a close call with one before. Miraculously, he emerged unharmed from this adrenaline-pumping escapade. The Montana Knife Company shared this video on social media, emphasizing that Montana is not a theme park and that every outdoor enthusiast should carry a knife for protection. Despite the scary experience, the biker's quick thinking and pedaling prowess had saved the day, leaving everyone with a tale of survival and newfound respect for the wild side of Montana. Number 19. Bear in a school bin. In a quirky incident in West Virginia, a curious black bear decided to explore the culinary delights of the school dumpster. But little did the bear know, the dumpster dive would become a sticky situation, and the school's headmaster, James Marsh, would become an unwitting part of the show. The hungry bear's escapade took an unexpected twist when it tumbled down the bin chute, firmly stuck in the school bin. As fate would have it, Mr. Marsh, the school's fearless leader, arrived to unlock the bin, only to come face to face with the trapped bear. Caught on CCTV footage, it shows Mr. Marsh sprinting away as the bear's head pops out of the bin. Thankfully, both of them emerged unscathed by the encounter. The video of the rendezvous took social media by storm, with users applauding the man's quick thinking and sharing a laugh at the hilarious turn of events. While the incident added a touch of humor to the day, it also shed light on the increasing bear population in the area, prompting for calls for residents to take precautions. Who knew that a school bin could host such a wild guest list? The Nicholas County Board of Education may be reconsidering hazard pay for principals after that unusual encounter. Number 20. Snowmobile riders face off against ferocious bear. When it comes to stirring up trouble with wildlife, some snowmobilers in Russia decided to throw caution to the wind and tease a grizzly bear that had just emerged from hibernation in the remote Kuril Islands. Talk about playing with fire. The riders managed to get the bear's blood boiling, setting off a pulse-quickening chase that lasted for 40 seconds. The bear was not in the mood for games. It rose to its hind legs, ready to give those snowmobilers a piece of its mind. Fortunately for the thrill-seekers, quick reflexes would kick in, and they sped away from what could have been a ferocious encounter. However, the video of the stunt ignited a firestorm of criticism. Officials from the Deputy Forestry and Hunting Minister labeled the bear baiting as outrageous and warned of potential consequence. They stressed that the bear was not initially a threat and blamed the riders for having provoked it. And there's a lesson learned, perhaps. Stirring up a just woken up from hibernation bear may not be the brightest idea. Let's just hope these snowmobilers won't be making a repeat appearance in the bear's neighborhood anytime soon. If you have any bear encounters, please share them in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel for more exciting content like this. Hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.